Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves recently, a tense exchange between President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth at Camp David. But here's the kicker, it's not just about a heated argument, it's about a much bigger issue that's been simmering beneath the surface. So, what's really going on here? First off, the hook. Imagine being in a room where the president is demanding answers about a critical military shortage that could potentially alter the course of a war. That's exactly what happened, according to sources. Trump was reportedly furious over what he saw as a lack of transparency regarding munitions shortages in the ongoing conflict with Iran. Now, this isn't just a bureaucratic squabble, it's a moment that highlights the fragility of military strategy and the trust between a commander-in-chief and his defense team. What makes this really interesting is the timing. We're talking about a war that's already stretched resources thin, and now, at a critical juncture, there's a realization that the ammunition needed to sustain operations might not be there. Personally, I think this raises a deeper question: how did we get here? Was this a failure of communication, a miscalculation, or something more systemic? It's easy to point fingers, but the implications here are massive. If military options are limited because of resource shortages, it could force a re-evaluation of the entire strategy, or worse, lead to decisions made under pressure that might not be in the best interest of national security. One thing that immediately stands out is the dynamic between Trump and Hegseth. Trump is known for his direct, often confrontational style, and Hegseth, a former military officer, is no pushover. But what many people don't realize is that these kinds of clashes, while dramatic, can sometimes be necessary. They force issues into the open and demand accountability. Still, it's a risky game. If handled poorly, it could erode trust not just within the administration but also with allies and adversaries who are watching every move. From my perspective, this situation is a stark reminder of the complexities of modern warfare. It's not just about boots on the ground or planes in the sky, it's about logistics, supply chains, and the constant need to adapt. What this really suggests is that even the most powerful military in the world isn't immune to vulnerabilities. And when those vulnerabilities are exposed, it's not just the military that feels the impact, it's the entire nation. If you take a step back and think about it, this incident is part of a larger trend. Wars are increasingly being fought not just on battlefields but in the realms of resource management, information, and political will. The fact that a munitions shortage could become a flashpoint in a high-level meeting underscores just how interconnected these elements are. It's a wake-up call, not just for the administration but for anyone who thinks that military might is solely about firepower. A detail I find fascinating is the phrase, "democracy dies in darkness." It's a powerful statement, often used to emphasize the importance of transparency. In this context, it feels particularly relevant. If decisions about war and resources are made in the shadows, without clear communication or accountability, it's not just the military strategy that suffers, it's the very principles of democratic governance. So, where does this leave us? Personally, I think this incident is a symptom of a broader issue, the strain of prolonged conflict on both military and political systems. It's a reminder that wars are not just won or lost on the battlefield but in the planning, the preparation, and the honesty of those in charge. As we move forward, it's crucial to ask, how can we ensure that the lessons from this moment are not just acknowledged but acted upon? In closing, this isn't just a story about a heated argument at Camp David. It's a reflection of the challenges we face in an increasingly complex world. It raises questions about transparency, accountability, and the very nature of modern warfare. And as we watch these events unfold, it's worth asking ourselves, what does this mean for the future? Are we prepared to address these vulnerabilities, or will we continue to navigate them in the dark? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is a conversation that needs to happen.